Hey Dodgers fans, buckle up because we need to talk about the state of the team as we hit the final stretch of the season. There's a lot of chatter, a lot of opinions, and a lot of anxiety, but if you followed this team for any amount of time, you know it's not over yet. 11 games remain, and the magic number is 9 in any combination, which means there's still a path, a real shot, to make the playoffs and maybe even go all the way. The Dodgers have been through rough patches before, and this is just another moment where they need to grind, fight, and prove why they belong at the top of the National League. Look, starting pitching has been solid as always. You've seen almost no hitters thrown, games where the mound staff has given everything they had. Yet somehow, those performances didn't always translate into wins. And part of that falls on bullpen management. There have been decisions by Dave Roberts that fans have questioned, moments where the bullpen was called in too early or too late, and the result has been heartbreaking games that seemed well in hand. But that's baseball. That's what makes this team so fascinating. The tension, the close calls, and the constant strategic decisions that could make or break a season. The schedule coming up is a mix of opportunities and challenges. There's one game against Philadelphia, and then 4 at home against San Francisco, a team that's always a thorn in the Dodgers' side. After that, the Dodgers hit the road for 3 against Arizona and 3 against the Seattle team that's playing some of its best baseball right now. So, the path is not easy, but it's far from impossible. People may be panicking, feeling like the ship is sinking, but 11 games is a lifetime in baseball. It's enough for a team to find a rhythm, fix some bullpen issues, and get hot at the right time, which is exactly what the Dodgers need. What makes this team dangerous, though, is the potential to peak when it matters most. Hitting numbers have been there. The offense has shown sparks in recent games. Even in losses, you can see the bats coming alive, the lineup producing when needed, and that's critical. Pitching is mostly solid, barring the bullpen, which has been the area of concern. But those are fixable issues. Adjustments can be made, and as the team grinds through these last games, they can start to shape a roster that's not just playoff ready, but battle-tested for the postseason grind. One of the biggest advantages for the Dodgers is location. They've been on the West Coast for almost the entire month, so fatigue from travel isn't a major factor. That's a benefit many other teams won't have. And while some think rest days are the answer, the Dodgers don't need extra days off right now. What they need is momentum. 3 or 4 days off could actually disrupt their rhythm, cool them down at the wrong time, and make them less prepared for the intensity of postseason baseball. Staying active, staying engaged, and keeping the bats and arms moving is more valuable than any rest at this point. When we think about the postseason matchups, the strategy becomes clear. A wildcard scenario could see the Dodgers face the Mets first. Some might scoff at the idea of calling any major league team a warm-up, but in practical terms, the Mets present an opportunity. A team that the Dodgers have historically handled well becomes the perfect chance to get back into competitive rhythm, especially if the bullpen is still figuring things out. Win there, and suddenly the team is facing Philadelphia, and by then, the Dodgers could be hitting their stride. From there, a potential matchup against Milwaukee looms, and suddenly the path to the World Series looks much more tangible. Timing is everything. And if the Dodgers can get hot, handle the Mets, and carry that momentum forward, they could be in an excellent position for the postseason. Injuries have played a part, no doubt. The bullpen has been thin at times, and updates on pitchers have been slow. Some key arms are rehabbing, moving through throwing progressions, and inching closer to potential returns. Brock Stewart is making strides, and Kyle Hurt might be an option later in the month. Roki has had setbacks with his calf, but he's expected to get at least one more AAA start, and if that goes well, he could be a critical piece coming back. Every arm counts, every pitch matters, and managing these players while keeping the team competitive is a juggling act the Dodgers have to perform perfectly. Looking at the remaining matchups, the Dodgers need to maximize every start and every opportunity. For example, on the mound against Philadelphia, Snellzilla is fresh and Luzardo has been dominant. Lefty-on-lefty matchups will test the lineup, but the team has faced similar situations recently and has the experience to navigate it. Every start counts, every inning is critical, and the Dodgers know this. This is why focus, preparation, and execution are more important than ever. The margin for error is small, but the potential reward is enormous. The key for the Dodgers now is clear. Stay sharp, stay hot, and handle each game with precision. The offense has to continue producing, the starting pitching has to maintain its high level, and the bullpen needs to stabilize, whether through internal adjustments or players returning from injury. The strategy moving forward is to ensure the team peaks at the right moment, carrying momentum into the playoffs where every pitch and every swing becomes magnified. This is the stage where experience, skill, and timing collide, and if the Dodgers play it right, there's no reason they can't make a deep run. Fans may be nervous, and critics may be loud, but the reality is this team has been here before. They've faced adversity, handled pressure, and found ways to succeed in critical moments. 11 games is plenty of time to turn things around. The magic number is within reach, and every game provides a chance to tighten the rotation, solve bullpen issues, and generate the offensive production needed to stay on top. The Dodgers have the pieces, the experience, and the motivation to do exactly that. This is the kind of season where momentum becomes a weapon, and timing becomes everything. If the Dodgers can stay engaged, keep their bats hot, and manage their pitching effectively, the postseason is theirs to claim. Every inning, every at-bat, and every managerial decision matters now more than ever. The last stretch of the season is not just about wins and losses. It's about setting the tone for October, building confidence, and proving that this team can handle the pressure when it counts. Now, let's dig deeper into what's happening with the Dodgers bullpen, because honestly, that's where a lot of questions are swirling. The starting pitching has been strong, as always, but the relievers have had moments that make fans bite their nails. Every team deals with this, but for the Dodgers, it's magnified because expectations are sky high. The bullpen is thin, and injuries have played a huge role in that. Some arms have been recovering, and the team has been cautious, but with only 11 games left, there's no more time for waiting. The pressure is on, and every inning that the relievers step onto the mound could shape the trajectory of the season. Kyle Hurt, for example, has been slowly progressing through his rehab. Tommy John surgery is no small hurdle, and while there's a chance he might return late in September, it's still a wait-and-see scenario. Then there's Brock Stewart, who's been making progress in AAA. He's throwing innings, hitting his strike zones, and moving closer to being a viable option for the big league bullpen. Every rehab start counts. Every pitch thrown is a signal that the Dodgers may soon have another arm to call upon. And Roki, dealing with a calf issue, is another piece that could shake things up if he's cleared for a start. Managerial decisions on when to bring him back are critical, because timing these returns incorrectly could disrupt the rhythm of the team. The Dodgers' bullpen has been a puzzle all season. You have players like Dreyer, Abanda, Enriquez, Kopech, Scott, Vija, Robleski, Yates, and possibly Sheen, all contributing in different ways, and yet the mix has not always clicked. Some games, the relievers perform flawlessly, shutting down opponents with precision. Other games, it seems like the opposition finds just enough holes to slip through. That inconsistency has caused frustration, but it's also given the team something to focus on, fixing the weak spots, identifying who's reliable, and figuring out how to close games effectively. The margin for error is smaller than ever, especially with postseason positioning on the line. Looking at the remaining schedule, the Dodgers have to strategically deploy their bullpen. Philadelphia, San Francisco, Arizona, and Seattle are all testing grounds. Each series presents unique challenges. Lefty-on-lefty matchups, hot hitters, long games, and critical situations will all require careful handling. The team's ability to adjust, adapt, and maximize the effectiveness of each pitcher is crucial. Every decision, whether it's leaving someone in an inning too long or bringing in a fresh arm, could have ripple effects that last well beyond the regular season. Meanwhile, the offense continues to provide hope. The bats have stayed active even in recent losses, and momentum is building at exactly the right moment. Hitting streaks, well-timed home runs, and clutch hitting all signal that the Dodgers can perform under pressure. The lineup has depth, experience, and versatility, which will be essential in October. They can move players around, create matchups in their favor, and exploit weaknesses in opposing pitchers. The combination of timely hitting and strategic bullpen use is what can carry the Dodgers through the final games and into the postseason with confidence. Injuries and player management have been a story all season, and as the regular season winds down, every decision matters more than ever. Who gets rest? Who gets extra work? Who is available for key innings? These questions can't be answered lightly. The Dodgers have been careful, but with the playoffs approaching, calculated risks become necessary. The next couple of weeks are about more than just wins and losses. They're about preparation, fine-tuning, and making sure the team is performing at peak levels when it counts the most. Looking ahead, the potential wild card matchup against the Mets becomes even more strategic. The Dodgers have faced them multiple times, and that experience is invaluable. This is a chance to warm up the team, build confidence, and test both offense and bullpen under pressure. Winning that series sets the tone for the next round, whether it's facing Philadelphia or another top team in the National League. The idea is not just to survive, but to dominate when the postseason intensity ramps up. Momentum, timing, and mental sharpness are the keys here, and the Dodgers are in a position to capitalize if they handle the final games correctly. Beyond the individual matchups, there's the bigger picture, the path to the World Series. Milwaukee could be the next obstacle, and handling them effectively depends on the Dodgers having both arms and bats firing. Timing is everything. Players returning from injury need to be ready, and the bullpen needs to be functioning efficiently. Every inning, every at-bat, every managerial choice contributes to building momentum and confidence for the next stage. It's a delicate balance between managing health, maximizing performance, and keeping the team engaged through the final stretch. One of the most important things for the Dodgers now is maintaining rhythm. Days off, while usually beneficial, can be disruptive if not managed correctly. The team has been on the West Coast, avoiding excessive travel, which is an advantage many other contenders don't have. Staying active, keeping the lineup moving, and ensuring that pitching arms are stretched out and ready is critical. The final games are about more than statistics. They're about building the kind of cohesion and confidence that can carry the team through the postseason gauntlet. In essence, the Dodgers' path to the playoffs is still very much alive. 11 games remain, and the combination of hot hitting, solid starting pitching, and improving bullpen performance can position them for success. Injuries are a concern, yes, but strategic management, careful player utilization, and seizing every opportunity in the final stretch can overcome those challenges. Momentum is a powerful thing, and if the Dodgers ride it correctly, they could be heading into October with all the tools they need to make a deep run and potentially return to the World Series stage. This team has experience, talent, and a hunger to win, and despite the questions and the challenges, the path forward is still clear. The next 11 games are not just a conclusion to the regular season. They're a proving ground, a chance to test every decision, every player, and every strategy. Success here sets the stage for postseason glory, and the Dodgers are positioned to take full advantage if they stay sharp, focused, and relentless in their pursuit of victory. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. Whispers are stirring in Los Angeles as the Dodgers seem to be on the verge of adding a potentially transformative piece to their lineup, Seiya Suzuki. The Japanese outfielder, known for a rare combination of raw power and refined plate discipline, has reportedly caught the eye of Dodger scouts for months, and insiders suggest that talks have reached an advanced stage. While nothing is official yet, the mere possibility of Suzuki in Dodger blue has sent a ripple of excitement and speculation through the baseball community. Suzuki's reputation precedes him. In Japan's Nippon Professional Baseball, he has built a career on an uncanny ability to punish pitches without chasing, blending patience with explosive contact. For a team like the Dodgers, whose lineup already brims with star power, adding Suzuki could inject a new dimension of consistency and long ball threat. Imagine the left side of the Dodgers outfield, already formidable, now paired with a hitter who can turn on a fastball with the kind of authority that makes pitchers reconsider every approach. Scouts and analysts alike have pointed to his swing mechanics and approach at the plate as eerily adaptable to major league pitching, suggesting that a transition to Los Angeles could be smoother than many expect. Off the field, Suzuki has cultivated a reputation for professionalism and work ethic, qualities the Dodgers value immensely. Rumors suggest that the team's front office is weighing not just his offensive ceiling, but also the cultural fit, knowing that integrating international talent can be as crucial as performance metrics. Sources close to the negotiations hint that Suzuki's camp is intrigued by the prospect of playing on the West Coast, in a market known for its passionate fans and media spotlight. Of course, nothing is set in stone. The Dodgers have options, and Suzuki has suitors beyond LA. But if the whispers are true, the 2025 season could mark the start of a fascinating chapter in the team's history. Fans are buzzing at the thought of Suzuki stepping into Chavez Ravine, where his combination of patience, power, and tactical intelligence could redefine the Dodgers' offensive identity. Whether this rumor materializes into a headline-making signing or remains just that, a tantalizing what-if, the mere possibility is enough to get the city talking. In Los Angeles, the rumor mill has never been more electric. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.